If you compare it with the more affluent barangays in this country, I will tell you, Barangay Dasmariñas, Barangay Magallanes, Barangay Forbes Park, Barangay La Vista, Ayala Heights, Ayala Alabang, White Plains, Katiklan, Barangay Capitolio, Barangay Holy Spirit. Itong mga ito, siguro 300 million to close to billions. Pagkatapos kukumpara mo sa, let's say, sabi mo na average is 5 million. Anong magagawa ng isang barangay? Kailangan po nating bigyan ng ng pagkakataon yung mga maliliit na barangay, lalo na po yung mga barangay na nasa 4th class, 5th class, and even 6th class municipalities. Wala po silang insurance. Wala silang SSS, wala silang GSIS. Do you know the average honorarium of a barangay tanod nationwide? Do you know the honorarium of the member of Lupon Tagapamayapa? Ayan, maiiyak ka na dyan. The average is 300 pesos. Paano makakapamayapa? Alam mo, Mr. Chair, sa Maynila, kasi ako nagtatanong po isang barangay sa Maynila, sa unang pagkakataon na bigla ko, kasi ang binanggit niya ay magkano po honorarium ng inyo? 1,000 pesos po, nabigla ako. Napakaswerte ka ako ng nyo. Ngayon lang ako nakarinig, 1,000 pesos pala ang honorarium ng isang miyembro ng Lupon Tagapamayapa. Sir, 1 year po yun. Sabi niya sa akin. Ibig sabihin, 3 piso sa loob ng isang araw. Sinong mapapayapa mong isang komunidad? Ito po yung tingnan natin, Mr. Chair. Minomonitor yun nga, kaya medyo nagsisintimiento ng chairman natin. 2012. Kupong-kupong pa yan Ang pinagtutunan yung pansin, Magna Carta. Titingnan po niyo yung Magna Carta. Walang sinasabing karagdagang benefit ng barangay kung pag-uusapan kung saan tayo kukuha ng additional funding aside from Denata. Wala po sa Magna Carta yan Pero ako pong gusto kong pagkukulan ng pansin, bigyan natin ng mas maraming pondo. Kamukha ng mga departamentong hindi naman nagagamit ang kanilang budget. Alam ng ating chairman yan, ang absorptive capacity, bibigyan mo ng 100%, ang magagamit niya lang 25%. Ibigay lahat sa barangay yan.
If I may, sir, these are the initial priority bills, but after the series of consultations, we will have another batch of priority bills once na finalize yun, sir.
Because there are 3 priority bills under the LEDAC. First, the seal of good local governance and the amendments to the local government code. Is that not your priority?
Siya, sir. Kasama po siya.
And the Magna Carta for barangay workers. Is that not your priority?
Yes, under the bill.
Yes, sir.
O bakit hindi nyo sinasama rito? Itong mga binanggit yung mga priority bills yun, 2019 pa. 2025 na ngayon. 2026 na yun, hindi nyo, ang dami ng congresses na dumaan, hindi nyo fina-follow up. Oo. The one you presented, yung mga priority bills na presented yun, that's way back 2019.
Yes, sir. Opo.
What have you done? Why wasn't it passed? Kulang kayo sa follow-up dito. You did not pamper the members of the Senate or members of the Committee of the Local Government.
Chair.
Yeah. Senator Marcoleta.
That's the question I want to ask, Mr. Chair. Aside from monitoring and updating the committee on the pending bills, what else do you do? Because if the amendment or amendments to the local government code is one of the priorities of this administration, meron akong bill ito yung SB number 65. Hindi nyo man lang nakita sa loop ninyo because this bill advocates the creation of a Barangay Affairs and Development commission within the DILG. And then it also advocates the creation of a barangay development fund. Kasi sa ngayon, out of 42,000 barangays, Mr. Chair, may I ask the officials of DILG, what is the average budget across the country?
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. Based on our data, the average share from the national tax allocation of barangays would be at 4.937 million per barangay.
4.9.
Opo, yes.
So sabihin na lang nating 5 million. So anong ma-accomplish ng isang barangay sa 5 million budget per year? If you compare it with the more affluent barangays in this country, I will tell you, Barangay Dasmariñas, Barangay Magallanes, Barangay Forbes Park, kung saan nakatira ang ating chairman. Ay, hindi yata. Barangay La Vista, Ayala Heights, Ayala Alabang, White Plains, Katiklan, Barangay Capitolio, Barangay Holy Spirit. I can continue on and on. Itong mga ito, siguro 300 million to close to billions. Pagkatapos kukumpara mo sa, let's say, sabihin mo na average is 5 million. Anong magagawa ng isang barangay? Kaya nga, itong aking bill na to intends to strengthen the barangay by acquiring more funds. Hindi necessarily yung sa nata lang. Isipin ninyo, Mr. Chair, do you know the average honorarium that a barangay captain receives per month? Average. What is your data?
Thank you, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. Our data representing about 87% of all submissions from the 42,011 barangays would pay
87%.
of the submissions po.
Ako may 100% ako.
Yeah.
Kaya alam ko kung ano yung average. So ano yung sa record mo?
The average monthly honorarium of a punong barangay in the Philippines is about 13,159 pesos monthly.
Mali yun sa'yo.
Honor.
Sa akin is only 8,000 pesos per month. Yun ang average po nationwide. 8,000 pesos, Mr. Chair, is the salary of our kasambahay in Manila. Totoo po ito. So parang kasambahay na lamang po. Ang responsibility ng barangay captain, Mr. Chair, 24/7. Tama? Overwork, underpaid, sabi nila. They're the first responder. Siya lang frontliner. All national governments palaging inilalatag sa barangay. Ninakaw yung kalabaw ni si barangay. Nagawa yung kapitbahay si barangay. Nawala yung pusa ni ganito si barangay. Pero 8,000 pesos is the national average ng honorarium. Paanong kaya po hindi talaga kung talagang binabalak nyo na ayusin natin yung barangay ang unahin natin. Alam mo, Mr. Chair, ang balak ko pa nga rito, ewan ko kung ganito rin ang iniisip ninyo. Palagay nyo na lang ang population natin ngayon, 115 million Filipinos. Budgetan natin ang barangay conforme sa dami ng population niya. Kung halimbawa isang barangay, 5,000 ang kanyang residents, 1,000 ang isang head. So halimbawa, 115 million population, 115 bilang yun. Pwede natin i-distribute, Mr. Chair, per head. Makikita mo ngayon yung equitable distribution ng budget. Kung sino yung pinakamaraming tao, mas marami siyang maliban, mapuwera na yung nata kasi, siyempre, iba naman kasi yung configuration ng nata ninyo eh. Kailangan po nating bigyan ng pagkakataon yung mga maliliit na barangay, lalo na po yung mga barangay na nasa fourth class, fifth class, and even sixth class municipalities. Wala po silang insurance. Wala silang SSS, wala silang GSIS. Do you know the average honorarium of a barangay tanod nationwide? Oo, dapat kabisado niya yan. Ako, kabisado ko eh.
Based on
Mr. Chair.
our data, the average honorarium of a barangay tanod in the Philippines
Ah.
is about
Based on your 87% submission again.
it's about 73% for 0.86%
So,
submission.
bumaba pa ng konti. Oh.
The average, Your Honor, is about 1,590.
So, tumama ka dyan. Isip-isipin mo naman. 1,000 pesos. 1,500 pesos per month. Minsan, alam mo, Mr. Chair, tinanong ko yung kapitan. Kapitan, did you have the privilege or opportunity to witness, for example, your barangay tanod handing to his wife the monthly honorarium? Mr. Chairman, inaabot nung sa kanyang asawa. Tiningnan mo ba ako yung itsura ng asawa mo habang inaabot mo yung 1,500 na honorarium mo? Opo. Ano ang itsura niya? Nakangiwi po. Ba't di ka mapapangiwi sa 1,000? Tingnan mo. Madam Jessica D. Ito ay kakilala ko. Siya yung presidente ng lahat ng kapitan sa buong Pilipinas. Ang asawa niya ay colleague ko sa... Kumusta na si... Mayor na ba siya o congressman pa rin? Mayor Ano po ang may bibigay niya sa pamilya niya? 1,500. Do you know the honorarium of the member of Lupon Tagapamayapa? Ayan, maiiyak ka na dyan.
Mr. Chair, thank you very much. The average honorarium of a Lupon Tagapamayapa member is about 1,027 pesos
Ay, mali
per
ka.
month.
Maling-mali yan. The average is 300 pesos. Paano makakapamayapa? Alam mo, Mr. Chair, sa Maynila, kasi ako nagtatanong po isang barangay sa Maynila, sa unang pagkakataon nabigla ko, kasi ang binanggit niya ay, magkano po honorarium ng inyong 1,000 pesos po, nabigla ako. Napakaswerte ka ako ng nyo. Ngayon lang ako nakarinig, 1,000 pesos pala ang honorarium ng isang miyembro ng Lupon Tagapamayapa. Sir, 1 year po yun. Sabi niya sa akin. Ibig sabihin, 3 piso sa loob ng isang araw. Sinong mapapayapa mong isang komunidad? Ito po yung tingnan natin, Mr. Chair. Minomonitor yun. Kaya medyo nagsisintimiento ng chairman natin. 2012. Kupong-kupong pa yan Ang pinagtutuunan yung pansin, Magna Carta. Titingnan po niyo yung Magna Carta. Walang sinasabing karagdagang benefit ng barangay kung pag-uusapan kung saan tayo kukuha ng additional funding aside from Denata. Wala po sa Magna Carta yan Pero ako pong gusto kong pagkukulan ng pansin, bigyan natin ng mas maraming pondo. Kamukha ng mga departamentong hindi naman nagagamit ang kanilang budget. Alam ng ating chairman yan, ang absorptive capacity, bibigyan mo ng 100%, ang magagamit niya lang 25%. Ibigay lahat sa barangay yan para umusad sila. Pwede po bang isama niyo yung barangay ko sa inyong pinag-uukulang? Nakakasama ng loob, Mr. Chen. Hindi man lang nabigyan ng pansin yung napakaganda ng aking, ng aking bill ma'am?
Angela po.
Assistant Director
Yes, sir.
Maria Angela, ano yung apelyido ma'am?
Per.
Sa isa na po kayo, mas medyo malabo na po yung mata ko. Di
Yes,
bale,
sir.
kabisado po kayong lahat ni Chairman. Patatawag po kayong lahat.
Yes, sir. We will consider po. We will
Anyway,
include.
given the manifestation of Senator Marcoleta we are including his bill. Senate Bill number 65 in the agenda of this hearing this morning. And we are requesting our resource persons to also submit their position papers with regard to this, with regard to the bill of Senator Marcoleta. Barangay Affairs and Development Commission Act. Ito yung bill ni Senator Marcoleta.
Maraming salamat, Mr. Chair. Kaya kahit na hindi ako member dito, talagang pinagsikapan kong samahan kita rito dahil alam ko nag-iisa ka lang.
Maraming salamat, pero hindi po ako nakatira sa Forbes Park. Nabasa ko dito yung mga duties and responsibilities ng Barangay Tanod, no? Napakalaki pala ng kanilang mga responsibilidad. At ang sinabi nyo kanina, 1,500 lang ang kanilang honorarium kada taon. Monthly. Sa lahat, uniform ban? Average lang. So yung sa mga mayaman na barangay, like yung mga minention ni Senator Marcoleta, magkano tinatanggap? If you know.
May 30 mil, Mr. Chair. 35,000. Ganun kalalaki. Barangay.
Barangay Tanod,
May
35.
honorarium
Ano?
ng barangay kapitan.
May,
No.
you know?
Sa Tanod po, like po yung isang barangay po namin sa Wakwak, may nagre-receive po ng 10 to 15,000 po. Depende po kasi sa budget po ng barangay.
Yes, so, honorarium.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Kada barangay Tanod.
Yes po.
Alright. Doon sa mga maliit na barangay, yung mga sa remote provinces, yung pinakamaliit na honorarium na tatanggap nila.
Mas budgets kaya pang 800 pesos
800.
per month po.
Anong fifth class municipality? As low as 800.
As low as 800 pesos per month po. And ang pinakamalaki doon so far sa Masbate is 1.5 per month. Yun po ang pinakamalaki.
Napakaliit. Depende naman sa budget. Kasi nung binasa ko yung mga ang papel na ginagampanan ng Barangay Tanod, napakalawak kasi. Tsaka binubuwis nila yung kanilang buhay rito. No? Siyempre, naging mayor ko, kaya alam ko yan. Pero siguro, pwede natin siguro no, sa susunod sa ating mga panukalang batas, no, pwede siguro natin dagdagan yung honorarium ng ating mga barangay tanods. May insurance ba ito?
Wala po.
Wala pa rin
Wala
insurance?
pong insurance, Mr. Chair. Wala po.
Mr. Chair, ako, meron na ikukwento. Dahil nag-i-interview po ako doon sa isang program ko eh. Nagkataon po magkatabi yung dalawang kapitan. Yung isa po ay dito sa may gilid ng White Plains. Ang kanyang barangay, nagkataon pinakamaliit ang area. Kasi mga 8 barangay po ang akin ni-interview per program. Yung isa po ay galing sa Tanay. Ang laki po ng kanyang land area. Siguro, basta siyang pinakamalaki yung araw na yon. Tinanong ko siya kung magkano po yung honorarium. 7,000 pesos per month. Sa lawak po ng kanyang nasasakupan na barangay sa Tanay. Pagkatapos tinanong ko po yung kapitana na nandyan sa gilid ng White Plains. Ang liit lang ng kanyang nasasakupan. Pero ang kanyang sinasahod, nung tanungin ko siya, magkano naman kapitana ang sinasahod mo? 29,000 pesos po. Alam mo nangyari, Chairman? Nahulog sa upuan yung taga-Tanay eh. Totoo pong nangyari kasi nasa gilid eh. 7,000, napakalaki po ng kanyang nasasakupan. Itong isa, dahil napakalaki ng nata niya siguro, 29,000 pesos per month. Nasaan po yung equity doon? Nasaan po yung justisya doon? Pareho naman po yung trabaho nila 24/7. Malawak pa nga yung kanyang binabantayan, kaya po yung tanod niya dapat 25 yung ang tanod niya sa lawak po ng nasasakupan niya. 500, 800 pesos lang yung tanod niya. Samantalang yung sa White Plains, 11,000, 12,000 pesos per month. Yan po yung disparity. Yung disparity talaga ang nandun ang injustice. Ito po sana yung matutukan natin kasi ang barangay po ang, sabi ko nga na kanina, first responder, frontliner, sila po yung unang tumatanggap ng mga national programs na pinanilalatag po ng gobyerno. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Senator Marcoleta. Okay, the local government code also provides our barangay officials benefits like Christmas bonus, insurance coverages, free medical care, and exemption from paying tuition fees for their legitimate children and appropriate civil service eligibility. May we know how these provisions are currently implemented?
Thank you very much, Mr. Chair. The DILG continuously monitor the provision of these benefits under Section 393 of the local
Nasusunod ba ito?
Some barangays po
Well,
would,
doing some barangays. Sino yung mga hindi sumusunod dito? How many percent ang sumusunod? How many percent ang hindi sumusunod?
thank you very much, Mr. Chair. In most cases, because about 83% of all 42,000 barangays would have an average of 1 to 5 million. That's about 35 million barangays would only have that much national tax allocation, and most of these barangays are those that cannot provide the all the benefits as provided for by the law, Mr. Chair. Thank you very much.
Dahil sa kakulangan ng pondo.
Yes po.
Yung tama po yung data ng DILG. Pwede rin pong tanongin
Yes. What can you say, Madam Jessica, dun sa kanyang sinabi?
Thank you po, Mr. Chair. Totoo po yun kasi wala naman po talagang pagkukuhanan. Kung i-divide niyo po, the maximum allowable na PS po per barangay is 55%.
Yeah.
So 55%.
Hindi lang naman sa barangay, pati sa cities,
Yes.
municipalities.
po 55% and din ang ginagastos ng barangay for PS. Madalas nasa mga 40%, 45, ganyan. Dahil wala na rin po silang pang MOOE, yung mga panggastos. So tinitipid din po nila yung sarili nilang mga sweldo para meron pa pong panggastos sa barangay. So yung kaliit-liit po na pondo na natitira doon sa PS po nila, paano pa po nila yung sweldo pa lang, wala na nga po, paano pa po yung benefits? So kaya nga po, inilalakad po talaga natin yung Magna Carta. Nagpapasalamat po tayo sa inyo po sa inyong mga senators po natin na nag-file for the Magna Carta for barangays. Dahil ito na lang po yung chance po ng mga karamihan sa barangays po natin na magkaroon pa po ng benepisyo or ng standard na sweldo, makatarungang sweldo para sa kanilang mga gampaning trabaho.
Can you please submit your position paper?
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Chair.
Present na ba yung mga League of Provinces, League of Cities, League of Municipalities? Are they present here today?
Position paper.
On the way? Saan? Ha? Sa sila on the way? Baka sa house pumunta yun. Okay, if they are not present, if these three heads are not present in today's hearing, if they do not come, maybe we can invite them in the next hearing. And if they do not attend, huwag nila ubusin ang pasensya ko. Okay? What are the other, yung mga other resource persons? Can you please, meron ba kayong presentation? Comelec? Wala. Ha? Sino? Sige, please.
Good morning, Mr. Chair, Your Honors. As far as the Commission on Election is concerned, Your Honor, we fully support these bills on Magna Carta for barangay officials as well as compensation for barangay officials, Your Honor. As we know for a fact that the barangay is the basic political unit. Sila po ang frontliner Tama yung mga sinabi kanina ni Senator Marcoleta na kahit mga konting problema, barangay ang lalapitan. Kahit sa mga calamities, sila ang lalapitan. And even during elections, sila din ang nilalapitan na just in case nasira ang voting center, nasira ang eskwelahan, barangay officials are there to assist and help the public school teachers, the election officers para may kumpone or para magbigay ng assistance as far as provisioning of makeshift. May mga instances kami, Your Honors, na nangyayari iyon na magbigay ang barangay officials ng pahiram ng mga tents nila or mga chairs nila just to ensure that elections are conducted on the date of the elections. And not only that, during satellite registration, especially in the barangay or hinterland barangays, our election officers would coordinate with or upon the request of these barangay officials in hinterlands para mapuntahan yung mga kapatid natin na nasa hinterlands for them to register instead of going to the poblasyon, to the office of the election officer. Andun po yung mga barangay officials assisting COMELEC in the conduct of registration. So napakahalaga at napakalaki ang role ng mga barangay officials. So nararapat lang talaga na bigyan natin sila ng incentive through these legislations, Your Honors. So as far as COMELEC is concerned, we fully support for these bills and hoping in due time mapapasa ito at magiging batas po ito. Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Thank you, Attorney Elnas. Civil Service? Any representative from Civil Service?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good morning po, Mr. Chair, Your Honor. On the part of the Civil Service Commission, consistent with its guidance to the House of Representatives as regards the counterpart bill of this bill, the CSC expresses its full support for this Senate bill on the Magna Carta for barangays, as the CSC recognizes for the role of the barangay that it plays in nation building. They serve as a conduit to implement projects of the national government to the communities at the local level. As a matter of fact, barangay officials and employees are responsible for the delivery of basic services to the people. They work 7 days and for more than 40 hours a week. So in fact, there are instances when their work needs them even during unholy hours. So their services deserve to be recognized through compensation and benefits. So the CSC again fully supports the proposal for this Magna Carta and providing barangay officials and employees fixed and appropriate compensation that can provide them decent living and support for their families, as well as health and social security benefits which are afforded to other government employees. That's all, Mr. Chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Director Sheila, for the Civil Service Commission. What about the representative of Department of Finance?
Your Honor, the Department of Finance, as regards the Magna Carta for barangay health workers, recognizes the intent to grant barangay officials regular government employee status with fixed salaries, benefits, and continuous training while ensuring the provision of essential services and infrastructure in every barangay. However, we have reservations on some provisions of the proposal, Your Honor.
Ano yun, tungkol sa pera?
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, on the automatic release of shares from the National Tax Collection, we in the DOF we find it no longer necessary since Section 286A of RA 7160 or our local government code as amended already mandates that each local government unit's share shall be released directly to the provincial, municipal, or barangay treasurer within 5 days after each quarter without need for further action and free from any lien or holdback by the national government. Also, Your Honor, sa pera pa rin po, on the mandatory share of barangays. The mandatory share of barangays from all taxes collected from real properties, except for the SCF, is already provided under Section 271 and 274 of the Local Government Code. Although I was discussing here a while ago with our colleague from the Bureau of Local Government Finance, I think they have a different reason for the mandatory share of barangays, because I think some versions of the bill states is not only referring to real property tax but to all taxes.